Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 5 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 5 math and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter fractions and mixed numbers. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Here I'm on grade 5 math. Chapter we are on right now are fractions and mixed numbers. Let's just start with the lesson that is understanding fractions word problems. There are 8 frogs on a log. 6 hopped away. What fractions of the frogs were left? So the total frogs are 8 and 6 of them are hopped away. So how what fractions of the frogs were left? So the 6 of them are hopped away and total they are 8. So that is 6 by 8. Divided common number 2. So that is 3 by what fractions of the frog were left? That is 2 by 8. That is 1 over 4. The correct option is 1 by 4. Okay, let's just start with the test questions. A restaurant cook a restaurant cook made 8 pieces of toast. She put butter on 4 of them, but fraction of the pieces of toast had butter. So the total pieces are 8. 4 of them have the butter, so that is 4 out of 8, right? So we have to write the answer in simplest form. So we need to divide by the greatest common number, the greatest number that can divide both numerator and denominator, right? So divide both of them by 4. That is 1 over 2. So option number 2 is the correct option. 4 by 8 or 1 by 2. The correct option is 4 by 8 or 1 by 2. Option number 2 is the correct option. There were 3 birds on a wire. One flew away. What fractions of the birds flew away? That is 1 out of 3, right? The correct option is 1 by 3. Option number 2 is the correct option. Option number 2 is the correct option. There are 10 houses on Alal Street. 7 of them are painted blue. What fraction of the houses are blue? That is 7 out of 10. Option number 2 is the correct option. 7 out of 10 it is. There were 8 ducks on a pond. 2 flew away. What fractions of the duck were left? So 2 flew away. We need to find the one that are left. So 6 of them are left. That is 6 out over 8. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is 6 out of 8. Carmen made 4 lemon bars. She put powdered sugar on 3 of the lemon bars. What fraction of the lemon bars had powdered sugar? That is 3 out of 4. Option number 2 is the correct option. Four out of five it is. Option number one is the correct option. Four students went to the zoo. One of them saw the penguins. What fraction of the students saw the penguins? That is one out of four. Option number two is the correct option. There were 11 pieces of paper. Four flew away. What fraction of the papers were left? So four of them are flew away. So they are left with seven. That is 7 out of 11. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is convert between improper fractions and mixed numbers. Write whole 1 by 4 as an so now we are going to learn how do we write the fractions as improper fraction. So 4 is the denominator, right? So you have to multiply the whole number part. The whole number is 1 by 1 and make the denominator. So 4 times 1 is 4 and 4 times 1 is 4. That is 4 by 4, right? Now we already have a fractional part that is 1 by 4. So 4 by 4 and 1 by 4. Add the numerators. 4 plus 1 is 5. That is 5 by 4. So 1 whole 1 by 4 is equal to 5 by 4. Let's just start with the test questions. Write 30 by 9 as a mixed number in simplest form. So we need to write it by in the mixed number. So you can see numerator is greater than denominator, right? So when numerator is greater than denominator, we need to divide it by the denominator. 30 divided by 9. So count the table of 9 until 9 times 3 is 27, right? So here we have 3. That is 3 whole 9 over 3. Sorry, 9 whole 3 over 9. That is 3 whole. So divided by the greatest common number, that is 3. So 3 whole, no, wait. 30 divided by 9. 9 times 3 is 27. We have 3 here. So 3 whole 3 over 9. Divide by the greatest common number. Denominator is always keep it denominator. 3 whole 1 by 3. That is 3 whole 1 by 3. Option number 1 is the correct option. Write 1 whole 2 by 5 as an improper fraction. So the whole number is 1. Start with the whole number. Multiply it by the denominator. 1 by 5 times 1 times 5. That is 5 by 5. We already have a fractional part that is 2 by 5. So 5 by 5 plus 2 by 5. Add the numerators. That is 7 over 5. So the correct option is 7 over 5. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is 7 over 5. Write 8 whole 1 by 6 as an improper fraction. So 8 whole 1 by 6. 8 is the whole number. So multiply the denominator with the whole number 8 by 6 and 1 by 6. You can write it as 8 over 1, right? That is 8 times 6 is 48 over 6. Now we already have a fractional part, so 48 by 6 plus 1 by 6 equals. That equals 49 over 6. Option number 2 is the correct option. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is 49 by 6. Write 10 by 8 as a mixed number in simplest form. 10 over 8. 8 times 1 is 8. So 10 minus 8 is 2. That is 1 whole 2 over 8. So 1 whole 1 over 4 it is. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is 1 whole 1 by 4. Write 4 whole 2 by 3 as an improper fraction. So multiply the whole number by the denominator. The denominator is 3. We have to do 4 times 3 divided by 1 times 3. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 by 3 it is, and we have already have a fractional part, that is 2 by 3. So the correct option is for 3. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is fractions view review. Next lesson. What fractions of the parallelogram are yellow or purple? One, two, three, four, five. Five of them are yellow or purple. And in that is 5 out of 9. The correct option is 5 because in total they are 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them are purple or yellow. That is 5 by 9. What fractions of the purple? What fractions of the suitcase are orange or green? Orange or green. One of them is orange. Two, three, four. That is 4 out of 10. That is 4 out of 10 or 2 by 5. Option number 2 is the correct option. What fractions of the pair of scissors are orange or green? 2 by 5 it is, right? Option number 2 is the correct option. What fraction of the tabs are green? That is 1 out of 11. Option number 2 is the correct option. What fraction of the shape is purple? That is 2 out of 7. Option number 2 is the correct option. What fraction of the shape is purple? 3 by 6 or 1 by 2. Option number 2 is the correct option. What fraction of the parallelogram are yellow or purple? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Option number 1 is the correct option. What fraction of the hexagons are not brown? 4 out of 5 are not brown. Option number 2 is the correct option. What fraction of the hats are not yellow? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them are not yellow. That is of 8 or 3 out of 4. Option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is that is reciprocals. Let's just start with the lesson. What is the reciprocal of 2 by 3? So how do we find the reciprocal? So in the reciprocal, we simply switch the numerator and denominator, right? That is 3 by 2. Let's just start with the test questions. What is the reciprocal of 7 over 9? So you need to switch the numerator and denominator, so it will be 9 by 7. What fraction of the reciprocal? What is the reciprocal of 5 by 9? That is 9 over 5. Option number 2 is the correct option. What is the reciprocal of 9 by 10? That is 10 by 9. Option number 1 is the correct option. What is the reciprocal of 5 by 9? That is 9 by 5. Option number 1 is the correct option. What is the reciprocal of 3 by 8? That is 8 over 3. Option number 2 is the correct option. What is the reciprocal of 3 by 5? That is 7 over 3. Option number 2 is the correct option. What is the reciprocal of 2 by 9? That is 9 by 2. Option number 2 is the correct option. What is the reciprocal of 6 by 7? That is 6 over 7. Option number 2 is the correct option. Oh, 7 over 6 it is. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself today. So we were working on grade 5 math. The chapter we were working on is fractions and mixed numbers. The lessons we have covered today are understanding fractions, word problems, convert fractions and mixed numbers, fractions review, and reciprocals. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lessons, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available to help you, or either you can write them down in the chat box. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. So any questions you can please ask if you have any. No questions. Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next